Hey guys, so this week we're going to be doing some chalk art. Now usually you do it outside on a sidewalk or in your driveway, but it happened to be raining the day that I went to draw with my chalk. So I took my stuff inside and I got out a big piece of paper and I started drawing. So it's okay if it's raining or if it's too dark outside, you can always do chalk art inside. We're going to be doing Impressionism, but for now we're going to talk about chalk art. So usually people can draw a sun, or as you can see, a flower, and you can just have one of these sidewalk chalk sets and that works totally fine. So I'm starting with my yellow chalk and I'm going to be drawing my sun on this big piece of paper. You can draw it anywhere, just leave some space on the bottom for your grass and hills, but I'm going to be starting over here in the top left corner. So as you can see, I'm starting with a smaller circle and going outwards with smaller lines, following that circle shape. And as you can see, the further out I get, the bigger the white space in between the lines are. Now I also took some orange, as you can see, just to accent the outsides of the sun, to emphasize that strong sun ray feeling. And I'm also going in with my blue to fill in the sky. Now sometimes I feel like the chalk can put some really thin lines, so sometimes I go back in with the thicker side and it makes some stronger, darker strokes, almost like a paintbrush stroke. Now you can do whatever you want, so you can do this and you also don't have to. It's up to you because you are the artist and this is your creation. So I left some space for my hill, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to take the green chalk and draw the outline of those hills, and I'm going to go back in and fill all of that in. So now what I'm going to do is I took my purple and I started to make some texture in the hills. I kind of outline them, I add some texture, some detail, some shading to them, and you can do as much or as little as you want. I'm kind of following the lines of which I colored in the hills and taking the purple and going back over those. So now I'm going back in with some yellow and some orange to fill in some of the white spaces in the sky. And the reason I'm doing this is to really show the strong sun rays and how it feels on a sunny day, like when you feel the sun on your skin and in your eyes and you just see the sun brightening up the grass. So I wanted to really show the kind of emotions that I feel on a sunny day. And I even went back in with some red to emphasize that color, and some purple to emphasize the hills, and even some yellow on the hills as well, and in the sky. You can use a bunch of different colors to do whatever you want. I also went back in with the blue to emphasize some of the sky strokes. You can do anything you want with all the colors that you have, and as you can see, it came out wonderfully. Using texture and color, we have created a nice landscape of a sun and hills. So now we're going to do some Impressionism, which is a style of painting that focuses on feeling and expression over looking realistic. So Impressionism started in France around 1867, and it was from a group of artists who wanted to stop focusing on being realistic and start focusing on expressing things. So before Impressionism, every painter was drawing realistically, and they would follow things to the smallest detail, so every painting almost looked like a photograph. So some of the Impressionist artists are artists like Vincent Van Gogh with his Starry Night painting on the left. And Van Gogh's style is very similar to what we just completed earlier. It has a lot of small brushstrokes and a lot of colors to express emotions. Now when you look at the sky, that's definitely not exactly what it looks like, but these are the emotions in which Van Gogh saw the world around him, and so he painted it. And on the right we have Paul Cézanne's Montaigne Saint Victor, which is a portrayal of his hometown, and it's a beautiful painting, even though it's not realistic. We know that he loved his hometown, and so these colors and these brushstrokes portrayed his warm and comfortable feeling towards his home. So even though we couldn't go outside today, thanks for joining me on Chalk Art with Impressionism.